far. I think it's interesting that God makes Abraham wait 3 days before he actually executes on what God calls him to do. He has to take this journey of faith. I know in my own life, it's sometimes easy to think of faith as what you do in the moment. God, you hear a powerful sermon, or maybe you're in your devotional life and God speaks to you there and you decide, all right, I'm going to get my wife flowers and I'm going to be a better husband. But faith is not just demonstrated in what you do in the moment. You'll see in Abraham's life and you'll see in your own life that faith is most supremely manifested in what you're doing on the third day. Maybe not literal 3 days, but 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road. It's not just walking an aisle and making a decision. It's carrying out and enduring in your faith through the duration of that decision that God's called you to make, like Abraham is doing. He is walking by faith, revealing his faith, not just in the original action or the original promise, but in the third day. And it's easy to make a decision and falter 2 or 3 days down the road, but real faith is demonstrated on the third day. So Abraham says to his men, stay here with the donkey. I and the boy will go over there and worship. You might circle the word worship. I think that's an interesting word. He's going to go and sacrifice his son, but he considers it worship. Me and the boy are going to go over there and worship and come again to you. And that word for come again is not singular. It's not as if Abraham's saying, we're going to go over there, I'm going to sacrifice my son, and then I'm going to come back alone. He, even in this moment, before sacrificing Isaac to the Lord, knows that somehow both me and my son are going to return. He had faith even in the moment that God had called him to sacrifice his son, because he had faith in the Lord. He had faith in the covenant promises of God to multiply him and make him a great nation. He knew somehow, I don't know how you're going to do it, Lord, but somehow we're both going to return. Whether you